What's up, guys? Welcome back to Viewer Castles. Today we're going to start off with skillsson. Castle level's 16, so it'll be a little bit easier for me. But I'll try to take a look to see exactly what he's got going on in here. I believe skillsson is someone who won a key from one of my giveaways. Name sounds familiar. Either that or I've run his castle before. All right, so we got the one mine over there. We have one of these fire trap things going on. I found it a little bit weird where I can kind of get over these now with the change from the last patch. But I know if I give myself some momentum with roll, at the very least, even if I do get hit by it, even if I would have gotten sprung, I would have gotten flung like all the way back to like here or something, or even a little bit farther, just by giving myself a little bit of momentum. Either way, this is a lot of investment, and I've never died to this once. I don't know how many times people actually die to this type of a trap, but me personally, I've never died to it, and it's a pretty big investment. I mean, that's, upwards of 30 to 40 defense points just for that, and it didn't really do enough damage even to force out a potion. Had I gotten hit by all of them, maybe I would have had to use a potion, but 40 defense points for, 40 defense points for one potion isn't that great. So now this is a all in the boss room type of thing. Basically, you make sure you kill off the boss before you lure all of them out there, and then once the boss is dead, you can just kind of go back here, and eventually they should start piling out. As you guys can see, they're slowly piling out of here now. And I'll aggro everything, but you don't necessarily have to anymore. And also with the hard cap that's on the boss rooms, it makes it a lot easier to aggro everything like I did just there. Like, I'm a little bit over leveled, so I know I can do this pretty easily without dying, without really risking dying. But even if I wasn't, it would be quite a bit easier now that there's a hard cap and everything like that. And I usually just spam potions anytime I know I'm going to take a hit, and you can get through it pretty easily. I mean, you technically have 4 potions to get through one huge group of mobs. So use them sparingly, just kind of go through them, and don't worry about using up your potions, because generally you won't use all of them. And it looks like, oh wait, never mind, this is a practice attack. I was going to say it looks like I missed a mine, but just a practice attack, so I don't have to worry about stars. But yeah, it's a castle that we see pretty often. The fire traps I see pretty often, and the everything in the boss room type of thing I see pretty often as well. I've ran into a couple unique castles with me just trying to attack, although in general, like, defense guides have been taking kind of a backseat because I actually can't find anyone to attack. If I like go into my attack screen, this is the right one. You can see that like literally everyone is shielded, and I'm sure this is how it is for everyone now that they changed the timers back to like 8+ hours. It's just too long right now. So you can see I have a couple people that I've attacked, like this guy I have 2 stars on, but I think that was because I wanted crowns. But for the most part I just can't get resources, so I can't upgrade my castle. I'm still waiting on a couple upgrades for my castle that I have right now. I still have to upgrade my summoning portal, and I still have to upgrade my research lab once I upgrade my summoning portal, and then research all of my mobs. I just can't get enough resources in to actually be able to do it because everybody's shielded. So currently I can't really make more defense guides until I can actually afford to do them, and I can't find anyone to attack. So until I start to actually be able to get some resources, defense guides are kind of taking a back burner. I'm just going to keep doing pure castles. But with that, we will jump into number 2 in just a second. Alright, next up we have Neorussia. I accidentally jumped into it, but his castle level I think was a 17. So we'll jump into it, see what he's got. Alright, so we got some springboard traps. I'm starting to recognize these a little bit more now. I used to get hit by literally every single one, but I think the one in the Arctic theme are also a little bit easier to spot. You can kind of see the ridge. I think the wooden plank castle is probably one of the hardest to see these on. So again, I mean, it's not the hardest thing to avoid these, and even when you take the damage from them, it doesn't seem like it's worth the cost, in my opinion. For the, 12, it's actually 15 point cost on these, and then another 18, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so like 48 points, it seems like, for that entire setup. It seems a little high to me when it doesn't seem all that effective. I don't know how effective it is like in your replays. That's the only thing. Is if a lot of people are falling for that and actually dying to it, then I can see it being worthwhile. Alright, so we have another smaller one, and this is the boss. So, same thing that we always do. If I can get out of this, I wait for Dur to kind of walk around. He'll come eventually. And then I will just start to kill him. Dur is a little bit different because he resurrects himself. And when he resurrects, it seems actually kind of a little bit buggy right now. He seems to just stand there and not do anything. Because he's supposed to have a ticket, but he doesn't get one? I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to just kind of lure these guys back. Also, I can get mines while I'm here. I'm talking more about the attacking aspect of things when we go into these late game boss room, because they're all basically the same. They have different compositions, but for the most part you just kind of survive and then you win. That's like, you either survive or you don't, and you win if you survive. I mean, that's all it's really about. If you can just deal damage to the group without dying, eventually they'll all die, and it just gets weaker and weaker exponentially, so... And usually with those type of castles, you can attack it without any trap pressure whatsoever. I have seen a few where people are using only one room in their castle, and they're filling it with traps. Similar to what I do, except I use 2 rooms. And just having constant trap pressure throughout. And that works a little bit better, I would say. It's a little bit more difficult. Alright. So there we go, another one of those castles. I don't actually have a third person lined up for this, so I think we're just going to attack a random guy in the attack screen because I don't have a third person for viewer castles. But for right now, let's just, I'll go and find somebody to attack and then I'll come back. Alright, so here we go. We have this guy, Joy. His castle level is the same as my hero level. He's got a ton of crowns, so if I win, I win 33. If I lose 7. And even if I lose the first try, I will keep doing it until I gain the crowns back, because, I mean, there's no level 22 castle that I can't do. I have plenty enough gear to be able to do any castle. So I can already see what this is probably going to be. It's the same thing that I was talking about. One room, and then the boss room will have a ton of things. I've been liking to try to volley things to aggro it, because sometimes you mess up the AI, and it won't aggro the entire group, and you can get away with, like, not fighting a few. But it's the same basic principle, except this one I have a lot less space to maneuver in. So I have to try to be a little bit more safe about this. I got a few good shots on an archer in there. And a good volley there. And now I'll just back off for a second and hope that I can kill this Count Snottingham. He's got a lot of hit points. Use a potion.
Goes down nicely.
And you can see the Robo Shieldotron right now doesn't have a ticket. He's trying to retreat, so he doesn't have a ticket, and that means that he is not proccing his AoE. So I can volley easily. And that's the real nerf that happened to these all in the boss room type compositions, is they don't have the protection that they used to have. Now this is starting to get a little bit more difficult though. There's also a lot of healers that I need to try to take care of. Lots of Zeeks here. But like I said, it's all about survival. Until you finally just kind of win. Because every one of these Zeeks I kill, it just decreases the difficulty of this, like, exponentially. Alright, and then we have this Dr. Skull. It's going to be a little bit annoying, but I still need to focus on just the, Zeeks. I have 2 potions, so I'd like to kind of save them if I can. But I did say you should use your potion pretty much any time you get under half health. Unless there's health globes that you can get to reasonably easily. Alright, and then I just need to kill that off, kill off the Dr. Skull, and then now it's all about just, hopefully timing it out better than I did there. If I can time out my volley so that I can kill these off, I should be able to 3-star it. But I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to actually start kiting them back through the castle. Since there's 2 AoEs, it's a little bit more difficult. I have to sit here and just slowly kill this off. I guess maybe kiting it through the castle again was a bad idea. Try to time this volley out a little bit better here, so that I can kill some of these off. Alright, there we go. I don't know if I'm going to 3-star it, but after the video I might come through and 3-star it anyway. I'll let this thing, well, I was going to let that fling me. Would have gotten me over the traps either way. We might have enough time to 3-star this actually. See if I can do it. It's going to be close. Alright, it looks like I actually missed a mine somewhere in there, trying to get through in time. But either way, I got 1 star? Why would I get 1 star? I don't know. Did I actually hit the exact time that he did it and it didn't give me the star? Either way, I'm going to go through it again and actually get all 3 stars. But you can see here, I mean, it wasn't that difficult. The nerfs really did hit this all in the boss room strategy pretty heavily. So if you're still using it, definitely look for something different. Or, I mean, these type of castles are a little bit more difficult because they have trap pressure throughout the entire thing until you get to the entrance, and then you have to cut it all the way back to there. But yeah, I think we're going to end the video here. Still looking for more people to like request me to do their castle. The castle level requirement is still level 16, and you can get into viewer castles by emailing me at frenzycastleruns@hotmail.com, and I will do your castle whenever I have time. Currently my list is empty, so you know, you can request and I'll probably do it within a couple of days, since I can't really do defense guides until I can start to get some resources. But either way, that's going to be the video. Thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.